So now what we're going to go over are the types of regression models that you could possibly see. There are 4 types of regression models that we could possibly see in this class. So the first one is a linear. Okay. In our calculator, we're going to go over the different functions and how to use the calculator. Okay. So in our calculator, if we go to Stat Calc, you will see all the different options here for all the different types of regression models that we could possibly use. Linear regression, you can see that option 4 and option 8 look very similar. The only difference is what the equation looks like next to it. We are only going to use option 4. We never use option 8. So when it says linear, we want to make sure we are choosing option 4, the LINREG. Okay, the one that looks like y equals mx plus b because it's a linear line. So here we have our scatter plots. Linear functions, linear scatter plots would look something like this or something like this. Okay. The next type of regression, and now I put a star next to the linears because that's the most common one that you're going to see. Actually, these two are probably your most common one, linear and then exponential. In our calculator for exponential, that is option 0 in our calculator right down here, EXPREG. So EXPREG. So our exponential functions will have a scatter plot that looks kind of like this. Okay, where it starts off slow, kind of goes increasingly in both directions. Okay, again, these are just rough sketches. They could look anything, just in the general area of these. Also, linear and exponential, we have power, which is option A in our calculator. Okay, right here, power regression is option A. So PWRREG. And that one kind of looks very similar to an exponential function. And again, these dots don't have to be perfect, just place them somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to write here that these often look similar. And then the last one is going to be a logarithmic. The logarithmic one is LN regression. Okay. That one kind of looks more like this, where it kind of comes up and then kind of goes over like that. So these are the 4 types of regression models that you could possibly see. Okay. What we want to do is just go over some calculator functions. On how we're going to actually calculate these. Okay, so we're going to remind ourselves how to enter data into the calculator. So to enter data into the calculator, we hit Stat and then Edit. Okay, Stat and select Edit. That brings us up to this screen here, and whenever we want to enter in data, we're going to plug it into the calculator for L1 and L2. If you need to clear it, remember it's clear enter. So we enter the data into L1 and L2. Then if we want to actually calculate, so if the question is asking for the linear regression equation or the exponential regression equation, we're going to press Stat, Edit again, and this time we would select whichever regression we want to use. Okay, and then so we would choose either option 4, option 0, option A, or option 9, depending on what we're trying to find. And you would just have to read the directions to the questions to figure that out, to figure out which regression you want. And the last thing we just want to talk about with the calculator, our calculator functions, is to find the R value. Remember, our R value is our correlation coefficient. The calculator will give you the correlation coefficient. We just need to know how to plug that into the calculator so that it will give us the correlation coefficient. So what I want you to do, okay, is you're going to press the mode button, and you could do this at the beginning, okay, whenever you're getting your calculator, and you're going to go all the way down to where it says Stat Diagnostics. So if you scroll all the way down here to where it says Stat Diagnostics, you want to turn them so that they are on. And then once you turn them on, we can enter in some information here. Okay, so I'm just going to make up a question, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm just going to press some numbers in. Actually, let me make this one. Okay, I'm just putting in some random numbers here, so we don't know what this is going to actually come out to be. I just put in some numbers. Stat, calc, and let's just choose a straight linear regression for right now, because I don't even know what it's going to come out to be. So we'll just press enter, 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 enter. And then remember, it's always going to come out into the calculator giving us the equation first, so whatever equation we should use. Then it's going to give us our A value and our B value, and so you just plug in A and B into the equation. And then we're going to take this R value. Right down here at the bottom it says R equals 0.5, and we round it to 5. That's the R value that we're going to use. This one says R squared. We never use R squared, only use R.